up my phone. Alrighty. Better late than never, I always say. How's everyone doing? Hopefully good, hopefully good. Okay. Just get a little cozy here. What's up, Ducky? Hey, Grim, welcome in as well. How's everyone doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Almost 24 hours. You do know that I take off Friday through Monday, right? You wait a lot longer normally. How's everyone doing, though? Had a nap Friday afternoon. God, Friday afternoon sounds so good, dude. I have such a long weekend ahead of me. I'm like, ugh. Not excited. I'm excited, but I'm not excited, you know? You ever have those like really busy weekends that aren't going to be fun until you're in the weekend? You're just like, you're doing it. That's the weekend I got ahead of me. Like, I'm not excited until we're there. But so is life. I just don't like driving. I have like 3-hour drive tomorrow. 3.5-hour drive. Not horrible, but driving with a 2-year-old isn't the most fun thing in the world. Monday comes kicking your brain at about 2. Yeah. On Sunday, yes. And the worst part is that I have to work remotely Monday. So, because my wife and I are going to a wedding on Sunday out in the mountains. And it's on Sunday, so we can't, like, drive home. So, unfortunately, we have to stay the night at my mother-in-law's house. Which is fine in itself, but I don't like working from there. I hate working on a single screen. Kills me. What does that mean? I don't know what your symbols are. Yeah, so I was messing with some lighting, so we might continue. Why's she gotta be here every time? Every time. She's right here every time. She's like, oh, you're starting stream? Let me just attack. Every time. Where's my rope? Oh, no. And then I was going to try to figure out this off-grid building that someone in the Discord's been messing with, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know what any of that means, Ducky. I'm sorry. So I kind of want to create like a lighting. It's lost. What does that mean, though? It's lost. That still doesn't make any sense, bro. Someone will know. Well, it's just me, you, and Grim, so. Yes, the circle building. See. We're gonna see if we can do it. Oh yeah, no, you can break the game. You can break grounded as much as you want. It's just how much effort do you want to put in? The issue with doing stuff like that is that was probably 5+ hours of work, if not a couple days worth of work. That's not a quick thing to make. By any means. So it's like you can do it, but it's so time consuming. Dried grass, that's what I need. It's like, what in my brain? Most of my building is just time, not much skill. I mean, it's a skill in itself to be patient enough to build, you know? And I've seen your stuff. It looks good. Don't degrade your builds, Grim. They're good. Stuck. Yeah, there we go. Trying to decide on like what light I like the most. I wish I could make them a little smaller, but it's kind of like all you can do. The green's pretty cool with the grass, but this one also looks pretty nice at night too. I like this one, but it's almost too like Dr. Seuss trees or something. I've been trying that. It's hard to get the perfect circle. Yeah, definitely difficult. It's very time consuming. And that's why they've only built the circle like small. It's not a big circle. Like lining up my pagoda walls, anyone can do that. You just have to want it and spend hours. Yeah, exactly. It's time and persistence more than anything. Not necessarily skill. Buddha said build was good. Oh, said my build was good. Nice. The man, I'm from See-Through's little builder community. Wanted to stop in and say hi. And then I'm a fan. Thank you. Impasta. Alfredo. The Impasta. Love it. Good name. Welcome. We are an extension of the See-Through community. The vast majority of people that are in my community are part of See-Through's community as well. So, welcome. Glad you could join us. Okay. I kind of want to work on the lights when it's night. As much as I love them. It's easier to tell if I like the look or not. If it's at night. You could hit photo mode. You could. That would be the intelligent thing to do there, Grim. That would be using your brain. And as my wife likes to say, I don't do that. No, I'm just kidding. Timber, get out of here. What colors can you get with the lights? Like anything. Oh, that's not the right one. You can make pretty much any color with the lights. In terms of like primary colors, I guess. Let's see. Where's one? You just pretty much is like red, blue, green, yellow. And then you can turn the saturation to 0 and it gets white. What were these? Copy pasta. Oh, dang it. I do that every time. I copy and then I copy again. There we go. My gut is telling me the grass glow will be cool, but it's also going to force green onto your palette. Yeah, that's my hesitation at the moment. Luderav said he liked the way the green looks, but I think that's more of like it looks the best on its own. It doesn't necessarily look the best with my build. Whereas this one fits the palette a little bit better, but still does the lighting effect that I'm going for. Whereas, like, I kind of as I expected. Like, I don't hate the stem ones, but it's just not. It's not the same, you know. It just feels basic. Like this just feels like what I was going for. Just like they're a little lollipop. Maybe I need to move them further away. Like maybe over like a couple spots back. like make this gap in between there. That might be smart because we need a pathway to get up there now that I'm thinking about it. You could do more, some more detail inside, but like what? What could we do? Can't really like put stuff. We could put some stuff in there. What is it though? I don't know. My corns. Yeah, we could mess with the sap sconces. I'm kind of just leaning towards the green, not the grass. I already feel like we do have enough stem. If we're looking at this for real, like there's a lot of stem, so I don't think that less stem is necessarily a bad thing.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
And I don't really know if these are doing anything for me. Done well for being so anti-stem. Yeah, no, I am anti-stem in many ways. I just like stem as an accent piece. I don't love it as the main building piece, and that's probably mostly because it's just so much more effort. Like it really just takes 3 times the effort to do the same thing you used to do in like mushroom. I'm a mega builder, but I'm a lazy builder at the same time. Like I build big because I found ways to do it more efficiently. Yeah, I think we need to move it a little. My life goal is to make everything as easy as possible. Ain't nobody got time to waste farming things like that. Like, I honestly... I don't know if See-Through realizes it, but I think he's gone mad playing Grounded, specifically because he refuses to use materials other than stems and stuff. Like, I make my builds hard on myself for my own reasons in terms of, like, the detail side of it. Like, his goal of only using stem and grass and all that just is, like, it's its own headache for no reason. I enjoy farming stem, like, a little bit, but not a lot. It's mostly just I don't enjoy farming. Or I don't enjoy farming inefficiently. And getting stems and grass is just inefficient. It's just so much more time consuming than the other material types in the game. When you joined my world, my base was around 30% complete. Currently, it's 36 to 40% complete. Current stem count is 9,500. Holy cow. How are you guys keeping track of these? How does everyone know? I always just thought See-Through was like pulling numbers out of his butt. I'm like, how do you know how many 30,000 sticks you use? Like, what? Tells you where. Where does it tell us? What are your secret? No, that shows you your your chopping list. That's just showing you how many unbuilt things you have, as far as I understand it. Like, this is only saying things that are not currently built. Like, it's showing you blueprint numbers. So if I got rid of every blueprint in my base, it would be 0. But how do you do the math? Like, how do you retroactively, what, do you go count each one of these pieces? I know see-through ain't counting all of his pieces. Someone said it shows up as a count somewhere. Yeah, it's just your blueprints. Like your unbuilt blueprints. So like if we... Yeah, but it doesn't tell you how much you've already built is what I'm saying. So it's like... Technically... There's no way to tell. Unless you're like... Retroactively or... While you're building, keeping track. That just sounds like a nightmare though. I don't know. To each their own, I guess, but... Sounds like too much work for me. It was like my grounded 1 files were insane. Like legit insane. Well, that's not where that goes. Because I always had so many blueprints in grounded 1, I had thousands and thousands and thousands of mushrooms that were never built. Stem warehouse can hold 1,500 stems, so that helps me keep track of the numbers. That would do it. I guess I don't need a metric that tells me how insane I am, you know? I know that. Like that was determined many years ago. Autism flavor makes me count materials. That would do it. My ADHD makes me not count materials. It has the opposite effect. I don't have the patience and attention span to sit there and keep track of numbers. Unless it's like a tracker that does it for me. Hey, gosh, dang it. Let me out. I need to chop this pine cone, bro. Give me tier 3, please. I need it. Wait, I didn't want that there. So what do we think? I want to get people's perspective. What do we think the build M is going to be like? For those who watched the PAX stuff. Butterfly underneath my... Survival of the fittest, apparently. I'm not really sure. I'm like really interested to know what the heck the build M system is. Because I'm not totally sure how they're going to go about like changing. Like, is it just a menu? I was kind of thinking that it might be, whoa, something crazy, but it just sounds like it's going to be more efficient, maybe? Easier to navigate? Especially because I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more items in the long run, so an overhaul of the UI has to be good to get rid of what we were used to. Yeah. The build M... So it's like build.m, same as like scab.b. It's like the naming convention. But it's the building menu is what they're calling it. And they're just revamping the UI of the build menu in some way, shape, or form. We don't really know what that means yet. Just in the sense that like changing the UI could mean a lot of things. Someone who's already gotten so used to the current radius system, I hope it doesn't change too much. It sounds like everything's getting better. Like I'm not worried about it because they've done such a good job with all the quality of life stuff they've done so far that like realistically I'm really not worried. I'm sure it's gonna have some ups and downs, but I'm assuming that they're changing it because it's going to make future editions just easier and better. But, like, if they're getting rid of the radials, they use that on everything, so I'm like, is it going to be just a totally unique, different system that, like, throws the radials out the window and says, like, see you later, nerds? I have a feeling it's going to feel foreign if they're changing a lot, but I'm also kind of... I enjoy the build, like, UI overall, but it is, at times, clunky. So, I'm not sure. I'm really interested. I just, like, they got my brain spinning. Like, what could they be adding? What is they doing? Because if anything, I don't really know. I think the majority of people had no issues with the UI. Like, it's just, we want more. But it could allow us in many ways to get more, if that makes sense. If they are, like, adding a lot of build-based things in the long run, it could give us the, like, freedom we've been asking for in some ways. I don't know. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome in. Hoping the build M will allow for multi-grid building. I hate to say it, but I highly doubt it. I really, really highly doubt that it allows multi-grids. Because that wouldn't be... This is the pessimist in me saying this specifically. The building UI would not allow us to do multiple grids. That would be like a complete overhaul of the entire building system. Because the grid is something like built into the game essentially. So it'd have to really...
Didn't even need instructions.
I don't know. I'd be very surprised. Of course, I'd be really excited about off-grid, like multi-grid type stuff, which, I mean, you can do already, but you really have to, like, break the build system in many ways. So I'm not confident that it's going to give us off, like, multi-grid anything. I would love that, though. Although it would ruin the video I'm working on. Because I'm literally making a video on how to build off-grid. Guess we should make this like square, right? 2 across, 2 across, yeah. Dang it. But it's all, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I would be really surprised if they added the build system and then completely, like, changed how it worked. I don't know. Here it says building grid on the roadmap, but when they talked at PAX, we're careful not to say grid. Yeah, they didn't mention. I guess that's the other side of it as well. Is they did not mention building grid. They just said the building M is the new thing. So it's like, I have a feeling it's just like an overhaul to the overall, like, system of how we navigate the build items. But it did say building grid, which is why originally I was talking as if that's what we were getting. But I'd be so surprised if they found a way to not like they just have to like, it literally feels like it'd have to start from scratch. I'm not an expert, but it doesn't feel like you can use the current system and then, like, as a developer, like, add in a totally different or separate grid system, unless they're just like Montrios. Idol Montrios is, like, insane. I don't know. Welcome in, Crypts. Hello, Timber. I'm a huge fan of the channel, and you've inspired me to make Mega Build. I subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. What am I building? This is just my survival base at the moment. We're just building big because we can. But, yep, just my base. We're just having fun with it and seeing what we can do. See how much we can break the game. Really hope they introduce Valheim building system, no use for snap points. Yeah. I think they would have to do that from the start, though. I mean, it is early access, so it, like... There's a possibility, but I would be like... It almost feels like it would have to be... Would have to have been, like, implemented from the start. Like, there's no building or something. Like, they just didn't give us anything in the beginning. It seems like it'd be, like retroactively after the first update or two, go back and add it. I don't know. It seems really difficult. Made a mega build on top of Burgle in woe mode. Let's go. Nice. Seen some people building there. So I think someone's trying to like rebuild his head, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty cool spot. Assuming Burgle doesn't like get brought back to life at some point in the story, and then his body isn't there, then it would not be a fun spot. What does that mean, Ducky? You mad lad. There's no time. We're streaming. There's nothing to count down anymore. I'm here. Just a couple of days, man. Couple of days. No, so like, stream didn't happen last night. That interior is clean. I wish I could get elevators to work for me. Oh, you can make them work. There's a lot of really good videos. Almost everyone has made a video on elevators at some point. If you need a breakdown, let me know. I'll try to show you. No, the last stream was going to start 24 hours and 8 minutes ago. We were only 40 minutes late to this stream. And it wasn't my fault. Everyone can blame my wife for that. Technically, both nights you can blame my wife. Because, as I was saying, last night she went out to dinner with my mom and some of my mom's friends just to get out of the house. And my mom's older, retired. She's not old, but she's older. And while at dinner, one of the ladies just passed out and had to go to the emergency room. And so she was super late, and at that point it was like almost 9, and I was like, alright, I'm not going to start stream at 9 and end at 10. Like, I'm not streaming for an hour and a half. I'm just going to build some Legos or something with my wife and chill. So we took an easy night, and then tonight she was having drinks with a friend that's moving out of town, and it just went a little long. Uh-oh. No! Oh, he got me.
Snowman status.
Get out of here. Let me put my mage build back on. I've been trying to get the unarmed mutation, and I hate it. It's so bad. There's like nothing that works with it. Boink. Stop blocking, you nerd. There you go. Ay, ay, ay. Every time. What, and you? Get out of there. Oh, he stopped. Alright, we're safe. We did it. I gotta deposit everything. My inventory's full. Alright, sorry about that. Even with the long straight edge side of the bounce web... Oh, I've watched a few, but for some reason my bounce webs won't clip through the walls. It's all about the order in which you build them. I think something that can be a little more difficult to get used to in the building system with grounded is that oftentimes the order in which you build things is more important than what you're trying to build, if that makes sense.
Tastes better when you hunt it
Let me
yourself.
sleep. Make a day. And I'll show you. You take hella long to build? What does that mean? Like I just build slow? Great things don't come with speed. Hey, whoa, dude, knife! What the heck? 50? Holy cow, bro. Welcome in. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever, man. How you doing? Been like a week.
Ah, that hit the spot.
I am on day... I don't remember. 100 and something? Almost 200? 150 days. You planning on upgrading when they bring out the new chest? Absolutely, Crimson. Anything that I can upgrade, I will eventually. One of those infinite water jug things that I can use for infinity. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in Grounded 1 doing that, and then they added a water fountain that gives you infinite water, so I don't feel like I'm going to waste my time this go around. Also, I'm giving up on my unarmed build. It's horrible. I hate it. Where's my icicles? Wait, I don't want those. Huh? Why's my chest full? Sure. Getting extra hours at work? Hey, I understand the grind. I understand the grind.
Didn't even need instructions.
He's got money to spend because he works his butt off. That's how he has money. Hard work and dedication, y'all. Oh, wait, we need different mutations too. I forgot. Get rid of this crap. I give up. I hate killing things with fists without a good fist build. It ain't worth it. So many chests, but your organization is bad? What do you mean it's bad? It's literally all organized. It's literally just every thing has a box. What do you mean? That I could... We need Timber to be alive to stream. I'm just a workaholic. I have a couple friends that are workaholics. I am not a workaholic because I have a child. And I have too many things to do. Ain't nobody got time for work when you gotta take care of a kid. My wife is a workaholic though. That's for sure. She does not know how to turn it off. We're watching your sandbox build in Grounded 1. Glad to see you building in Grounded 2. Yes, I'm very excited. It's taken a while for us to get here, but Grounded 2 is here. I'm excited. It's been fun. As you can see, we're having fun. Also, on the other side of that, I take hella long to build because this is not the normal build. Like, this is... Everything I'm building is on its own grid. So every single wall you see is built independently of the next wall. So these are not on the same grids. And that's why everything clips together. So it takes exponentially more time to build when you're building like this. And that's saying this is a grid, this is a grid, The front right here is a grid. Hence the reason these are like overlapping on top of each other. This piece here, this grid goes in on the elevator, and then is the main grid going this way. So this is the same grid as this wall, but all of these angled walls are on their own grids, so you have to place them all independently and then build them together. So it just takes exponentially longer to build. But yeah, so like these things are not... It looks like these are all built on the same grid, but they are not. You have to place everything, you have to get everything like perfectly lined up. Like there's little areas that you can see that, like how these are coming together in really weird ways, and the heights are very minimally different, but that is just a slower process. What is he paying to win, though? Knife wins nothing except for my my appreciation, and I guess he has VIP. He gets very little. I'm assuming you can't clip on the actual lamppost. It depends on what you mean by that. Like you can, but there's certain places where it won't allow you to. Like it's really picky if you want to like place things like inside of it. So everything's placed just outside. But every once in a while things will go inside of it. It's finicky. I got first, that's why. That'll do it. That'll do it. Hey, I mean, you were here. You're getting points too. Just in a different way. I do miss building really quickly with the handy net though. That's what makes building fast. More than anything else. It's so much slower to build when you don't have the handy net. Coming into mega building and building like you do with the grid thing you just explained, let's go. I am working on a video on how to build off grid. It's not going to be a quick process though, unfortunately. It's a little bit more of a video than I originally thought it was going to be. As expected. All the videos take longer than expected, but at some point here, we will have a video on building off-grid for those who are interested. Doesn't make it any easier, but at least seeing it does in some ways. Feel bad, Ducky. I will let you win next time. No, it's okay. It keeps Ducky humble. It's all good. Easy to farm mutations on top of the picnic table with the spiderlings. That's what I did with my base, actually. A lot of them are not spawning anymore because I've started building over them, but I farmed the majority of the mutations on the spiderlings underneath the lamppost. Just killing them. I think I just did it with a bunch of them, but I got so sick of punching things to death because you don't really get any extra damage that it was not worth it. You can, another time, Ducky, I don't show up too often anymore because of work. Yeah. That's one way to get it done. Day 290 over here. I also have been spending more time looking at everyone else's bases than myself. Or looking at other people's bases instead of working on my own base. That has taken a lot of time away. Since I'm only playing and building 3 days a week right now. It's slowed down progress, for sure. My name is Renato. I'm from Brazil. Congratulations on the base. It's beautiful. Send a hug to the people who live in Sorocaba, Sao Paulo. I've been to Sao Paulo, actually. Crazy enough. Amazing place. I absolutely loved it. I was lucky enough to get to join a soccer event that was down there with my club team many years ago, but it was really fun. We got to see the city, got to go to Rio, stayed in Sao Paulo, got to help the local communities with like food drives and stuff. It was a really, really fun experience. And then we got to get absolutely destroyed by all the Brazilian kids in soccer. And we were really good too, and they made us look like kids. It was really fun though. It was like a whole like soccer hotel. It was incredible. So you just go and you play against the local kids teams. I think we were all like 15, 16, and yeah, it was phenomenal. It was so much fun. But yeah, we got absolutely wrecked. Almost every game. I think we only beat the 13-year-olds. Everyone else our age absolutely destroyed us, which was expected. But I love Brazil. I hope I get to go back one day and bring my wife. She would love it. It'd be really fun. Did you get more people for base tours? We have a couple. We have a couple going.
Didn't even need instructions.
Might have 4. I had like 5 or 6 messages on Discord that I didn't get to yet, though. So there might be more people looking as well. Built. If you have Discord, he has his schedule up there. Built a Japanese-style village into one of the lampposts. Lucky the lamp lets us get right up against it. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I'm really liking this base location so far. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do with it, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. Ducky. Put ant heads on top of the grass cubes. Ant heads? Like these? Just one of those? Yeah, you can't really move them. Weird. Notice you didn't have anything around your bed figured. You can't clip anything on the wall. I just haven't built. I've been focusing on the outside mostly. I built out the inside to be functional to a certain degree. This was where my bed was. So I had done this as like the back of my bed. And was planning on replicating that on this side. I just haven't done it yet. Chicago. Yes, Alfredo, people are interested in your Japanese-style city. But, Alfredo, if you're not part of the Discord and you are interested in showing that off, I would be more than happy to do a base review if you're interested. Want to get this mega building finished in Grounded 1? Do you still do build show-offs in Grounded 1? I am not currently... But I am talking to a few of my longer, not just because they're subscribers, but people that have been a part of the community for a really long time. I have been talking to is a couple of them want to show off some Grounded 1 stuff. So there's a possibility that if we have a night where we don't have enough base tours to do to keep us busy, that we might do a Grounded 1 night. Didn't look as good as you were hoping. All good, all good. Oh, nice, Alfredo. Well, if you want to do a base review, just let me know. I'd be happy to do it for this next coming Tuesday. We need another few to fill up the slots, so I'd love to show it off, especially something that's like a bigger city as well. I have no problem showing off smaller stuff, but it's nice to have like a mix, so it's not just small, quick bases. You have to catch me when Mushroom comes out. I'll get a lot done. Oh, I will too. Ducky, why are you so obsessed with the minute bake breakdowns, bro? What is this? That stream literally got changed to this stream, so it's all good. You want to see the lanterns at night? I mean, we can, like, fake it. We can fake it. Kind of thinking they'll... I think I might need to move this one out this way a little bit, and then they'll continue downwards. But, yeah, that's what they are right now. Pretty interesting so far. I think we can make it cooler, though. I think we need to, like, curve the path. Post a few pics in the Grounded 1 and 2 channel. Perfect. Yeah, I'd love it. If you send me your Xbox username, I will get you added to the list for Tuesday. All you got to do is share your world once I add you as a friend. And we're good to go. Can I go to Twitch to see it? It'll be on the Discord. Check the Discord. Bone there. Oh yeah, bro. Alfredo. Send me your username. We're showing this off, bro. That's incredible. 100%. Send me your Xbox username and I'll add you as a friend tonight. And you're on the list. That looks epic. Just from 2 seconds of looking at the pictures, I already know we need to show this off. Looks incredible. I'm having so much fun with the base tours. They're just, it's such a good time. I love being able to, like, give everyone in the community the ability to show off their stuff. It's like the whole reason I'm making content is because someone did that for me in a slightly different way, and this is a way to, like, show more people off in general, so really loving it. Chikaka, the Discord, bro. They're on the Discord. I know you're in there. I saw you. Chikaka. I'm assuming that is an Ace Ventura reference, right? Need to take care of my wife. Have a wonderful rest of the stream if I don't come back. Thank you, Knife. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, man. Tell the wifey thanks for being an amazing supporter. Have a great rest of your night, bro, and thank you again for the donation. You are the man. It sure is. My guy. Great reference. Okay. How do we want to make this go down? Needs to be like an epic entrance. I don't know yet. Ducky did the gift? What do you mean? Huh? Are you saying that Ducky donated, it wasn't you? Is that what you're trying to say? So maybe like 1 over? Yes. It was Ducky. Why did I think it was Knife? Of course. Ducky's in first now. Wow, I can't believe Ducky's just paying to win like that. Like, what a guy. Don't get your ego too big. Should do grass or clover floor between the lanterns and put lights under the grass. Like instead of the pebbles. I think I was going to underlight the pebbles, actually. I feel like if I remember... in Grounded 1, you could do this. Yeah, still works. So eventually we'll be placing lighting underneath all of this. just like what I just showed. Hatchery on top is a perfect completion. That style of roof, nice having it based all around the lamppost too. I like building into that environment. Yeah, that's sick build, Alfredo. Very sick build. I'm really excited to show that one off. That's gonna be epic.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Small.
Probably get rid of this grass. Yeah. Maybe just this one. Contemplating, is there a way to make this like actually part of this? That's what's got me so excited about the base reviews and stuff, is like there's just so many builds out there that no one's ever seen. That the community like absolutely needs to see. That, and that is one of them. Community needs to see that. Did you not see the Discord things? There, Shikaka? Or you want more? You getting greedy. Yeah. And yes, anyone as well that has a base they'd like to show off, let me know. Reach out. Send me your Xbox username. We need more bases to review. Waiting to play Grounded 2 more when they add more building stuff and update it, where there's more things to use. Yeah, we're a little ways off. The winter update is what I'm like really, really excited about. So like this to me is just a normal survival base. So we're just having fun building our standard, or at least my standard sized survival base, where I like use it as a hub to build from later in the game. But once we get mushroom, whatever mushroom 2.0 means as well, like, because that could be so many things, that's when I really plan to hit the ground running with the mega builds. Right now we're just kind of having fun with it and messing around with what we got. Like Grounded 2 right now, but can't because the stream will lag. That'll do it. Don't feel obligated, man. You don't have to watch if you want to play. The majority of people just watch and play and don't chat. Held off pretty hard on building, just been finding land rights abuse systems and like that thus far. Still trying to find the energy to finish the first Grounded's work in progress. Dude, I still have Grounded 1 builds I never finished, so at this rate they're done. So I can't keep going. I'm having way too much fun with just pine as the new material. Alright, you see them. Good, Shikaka. I was like, they're right there. They're like right there. You do you, Ducky. You do you. You almost need to build the path down first and then do the rest of this. I'm not going to stop you from watching, my dude. Don't worry. Round side of the pine is going to go so well with mushroom bricks and feather roofs. Dude, understatement. I'm so excited to start messing with all the different stuff again. Like, having the freedom to do anything and everything again. Cannot wait. I almost want to build this off grid. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome in, Jesse. How you doing? Mine's not done. It's just all grass. We all got to start somewhere, right? I find that none of my stuff is ever truly done. It's just done for the moment. All right, Ducky. We get the countdown, bro. We get it. I know you're excited, but we're here now. We don't need the countdown anymore. Hey, Bucky, welcome. How's it going? New here, I would send my base in for a vid, but can't carry on building it as my clay nodes aren't respawning, and I'm not sure what to do. Interesting. Clay nodes not respawning. That's a new one. That's not one I've heard of not respawning yet. Unfortunate. Sure, it will be fixed sooner than later, though. Really been thinking about doing little small kingdoms for tribes. I want to do a Scorpion tribe by the log. Crimson, I'm not sure if you've watched much of the stuff on the channel, but if you're interested in the, like, clan kind of armors and tribes and stuff, check out Ludorav's builds on my channel. And, I mean, he's on, like, Brotato and See-Through as well. Or you can just go straight to his YouTube, and he's got links from all the tours he's done. But he specifically has some of the most insane, like, village, tribe, clan builds. Like, he makes specific builds in different parts of Grounded 1 just for, like, the Acorn armor set. And that's like a faction. And he makes these massive, massive, massive builds. Where is that man? Assuming because we started late tonight, he's probably already asleep. Waiting on mushroom building so I can make some type of statue on top of the podium. So I don't know what kind of statue I'm trying to build. I was thinking of trying a giant airplane or pirate ship. Those would be fun. I think someone's building a pirate ship right now, I've seen. Just random things on YouTube I've noticed, but... Long time. That is definitely something someone's building. Oozin! Hey, man. Thank you for the 10. Welcome in. How you doing, man? Long time no chat. I know I saw you in the base review stream the other night, but I was a little too engaged in my own thought processes. I wasn't sure if you were still there afterwards when I had called you out and said hi. But I hope you're doing good, man. And thank you again for the super sticker as well. My pebbles. New special vape today. Feeling good, feeling fine. Let's go. Let's go. Love to hear it. So angry. Don't use 2 pebble ramps. Your buggy gets stuck on them going up. Instead, do ramp quarter foundation or half foundation, then another ramp. I'm honestly contemplating doing this all off grid anyways. So I'm kind of just building it out to like visually see what I'm doing, and then I might go back and change things. Because this is too boring. Whereas, because we could do like, I'm more interested potentially in something like, gonna be pain, but kind of staggering. Let's see, might have to build each one. Started this backwards. Now it's dark. Oh jeez. All right, one sec. I'm gonna have to look at no one knows who I'm talking about, but Arteiros is a French grounded builder who I met up with like almost 2 weeks ago to go over some of their off-grid building techniques, because they're sort of like one of the main builders that's building off-grid outside of myself that really embraced it in Grounded 1, now that people are starting to kind of figure it out a little bit in Grounded 2 as we've discussed it more. And they have these really cool staircases that I would enjoy to replicate a little bit. Can't quite do it the same in Grounded 2, unfortunately, just the way it works, but we'll see. I don't have his YouTube off the top of my head. It's just his username is the basic of it. A web pull? It is. Somehow I need more chests already. Doesn't seem very nice. Yes, I believe that's correct. He has like 3 base reviews on my channel though too, so it might even be linked in the description of some of them as well. Alright, so what it would be if we were doing this, let's see. Like, I'm getting everyone so hyped about this off-grid building stuff, I need to be messing with it more on any place I can, so send it, right? So we want it about even or lower, just lower. It tends to build them the other way around, I think. So this might be kind of a goofy as I'm figuring out how I want to do it. See if we can get this supported properly. It'll be its own challenge. Is what I don't love about the pebblet ramps is they're too steep. I want this to feel like maybe more of a gradual sort of decline. Which, I mean, this is a little too low, or a little too gradual. I feel like he tends to build them up, though. Maybe that's the way to do it. Let's see. This will also be exponentially easier when we end up getting mushroom pillars, because that's the best way to do it is mushroom pillars. Lower. Alright, Ducky. Please stop with the countdown, bro. It's too much. Too much. I know you're excited, but now we're just spamming at this point. Be really precise is the only crappy part about this. You can animate. I wouldn't call it animate, but you can change the way they, like, their positions. Guesses. I'd put it. They revamp mushrooms to be a brick system. I mean, we're getting Mushroom 2.0. What that is, nobody knows. That, it honestly, like, mushroom bricks that are just, like, smaller or something would be so cool. There we go. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I know that was an absolute pain, but then you can kind of, like, fill them in a little bit, and then rinse and repeat, or rinse and repeat. It's a process, though. It's a real process. So that's one way we could just do it like this, to simplify it just a hair. That'll look a lot better. Yeah, please check him out. His stuff's awesome. The plane? What the heck? Yeah. I mean, I think this is how I'm going to do it, but yeah, this is a process. Yeah, for anyone wondering what building off-grid is and why my building is slow, this is it. It's just slow. Best things in life come from patience, though, right? Come on now. We want this too thick, I think. Think it makes sense.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
And then this way, we can sort of like build up the sides a little bit more to be more interesting. Sort of around it. Kind of like so. Come on now. Dang it. How do you do those light posts? They are just stem pillars. They're the half triangle or quarter triangle walls, and then you just flip the grass like that on each side, and then you just put, before you put the lid on, you just put 4 lights on, one on each side. Gonna start on a creative build soon. Have so many ideas. Let's go. I'm excited. I've always really liked your builds and stuff, and I would definitely enjoy showing off some of your stuff whenever you get it done, Newsen. Always really liked that like Japanese style build you did in Grounded 1. That thing was sick. And now you can like actually build in that style, which is even crazier. Get out of my way. Dang it. Okay. Very clever with the lights. Thank you. Funnily enough, I got the idea from Luderav, who got the idea from Niles, where Niles used in his base tour, if you haven't watched the most recent video on my channel, the base review video, Niles had done the clay pillars and then used this in between them just to kind of like switch it up a little bit, make it a little bit more unique. And then Ludarev took that, used these with the stem little quarter walls, similar to what I did, but just the quarter wall stem pieces. And he used that in between his pillars as a light source. And I was like, what if I just made those lampposts? Like, I want to take what he did. And then See-Through has been using, for really big walls on his build, he's been using the grass triangles just because it's it's just a more interesting piece. Like, that piece is not interesting, but the quarter triangles look really interesting. So I had seen him mess with it and was like, wait a second, I could make something with that. And it happened. Yeah, just the sap sconces.
That hit the spot.
Very simple. Nothing too crazy. What do you have if you're not saying the time? Inner peace and calm, Ducky.
Some first-class barbecue right here.
Some woo-saw is what you got. As someone with ADHD that is almost always listening to music and things, I understand the struggle to have calm, but try it. We all need it sometimes. It's not always what we want, but sometimes it's what we need. I'm not giving you crap, man, don't worry. I'm giving you a little bit, but find comfort in the silence, yes. We all have to do it sometimes. I don't get silence anymore. I have a 2-year-old. It's just not a thing I get anymore. So then... go lower. Dang it. Yeah, that's why the stream title was Cozy Building tonight. We got the vibes, but Timber's a little tired. Maybe this will work. Well, I have to figure out how to make it so I don't have to actually build these stem things, though. That's the only struggle currently. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That didn't fill that at all. Maybe it just needs to go around those lights, I think. So maybe like out here? Maybe? Just making a mess right now. Help! I'm stuck. Trapped in my own creation. Yeah. It also, I'm gonna hate to say it, it feels like these want to be up. Why do I do this to myself? I got too excited about the lamps, knowing I should be doing those absolutely last. Because now I'm like, I feel like they want to be like on this wall I'm making. But like here. Like it just, that's where it wants to be. Wants to sit up on the wall nice and proud. Gosh darn it. Won't be the first time you've had to tear down. Won't be the last, dude. Seriously. It's content, right? It's just endless content. Endless content loops. That's what we're doing here. Yeah, this will look better for sure. And then cool build idea. Haven't thought about merging the rocks like that. Yeah, this is some of my favorite stuff to do. It's finicky, to say the least.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
I need to anchor this somehow. Even get this. Yes, we got it. Okay. This is the off-build weirdness that I like getting into over time. It's gonna be epic once we finish it. The vision's there. Now it's just execution. Which is the time-consuming part. I feel like Knife out here needing so many pebbles here soon. This is why I like building this stuff live, though, is there's just things you can't show in a video that you can when you build live. But I have so many people normally being like, how did you do that? What is this? What is happening? Used one of the little ones. Next level detail. Yeah, that's the goal, right? Like, I really enjoy the building in Grounded, but I don't enjoy it until we get to this level. It just is, this is when it starts coming to life, in my opinion. Everything feels so much better when you start getting into the ridiculous details, and it's when the real designing starts happening. You get past, like, just simple structure, and you start, like, creating the feeling that you're going for more so. But unless you've built off grid before, it's not necessarily the most intuitive thing. How do you do that? That's what I'm thinking with the stairs, but I think I'll figure out with experiments. Yeah, all you need to know is that, so on PC, I don't know the button on Xbox if you're on Xbox, but with the stem scaffolding, if you, for me, it's Z, takes, it unsnaps, or control is like hold, but so I press Z and it just turns it off. And then it's just, it allows you, I think the finicky part is they want to be attached to the ground. So it's not something you can like free float through the air. Unless, so if you want to build something off grid that's really high, you have to place your piece here and then snap these together and keep building to the specified height that you want. This stuff's a little easier because as long as you're near the ground, the stem scaffolding doesn't really care. It gets a little finicky when you're like at this point where you have all this stuff built, so it doesn't always want to, and it doesn't love blueprints, is one thing I'll say. So like if you get rid of the blueprints around them, they tend to not be so angry. But then as you build more and more, it sort of makes it more difficult in its own way. I think I changed my mind. I don't want the grass. I thought I could make it part of it, but it's not going to happen. Sometimes you try and you fail. Have you had issues through patches? I saw some talk on Reddit of updates messing with builds. Have not experienced it, though. I have not, personally. The only thing that I can say through 3,000 hours in Grounded 1 is that at some point between the 1.2 update and the 1.4 update, they had this crazy issue that when you placed like quarter triangles, vertical walls, quarter stairs, vertical half walls, all of the like not full-size pieces, you'd log out, you'd go to the main menu, and when you come back in, which this has happened to me once so far in Grounded 2, I came back and everything, I think we had built this side out. We built one of these sides, and everything stem here, every single stem piece except for the flooring, had rotated 90 degrees. That is a nightmare, but you can fix it. So, like, it sucks, but you can fix it. The rotating piece, yeah. That's the only major thing. There is potential that if you're building around the edges, anywhere near these edges, I would highly... I expect that the terrain is going to change heavily in those areas, and so be very careful building anywhere that there is, like, future content coming. Because there's a very strong likelihood that the terrain can just take your base over. Outside of that, I've had no issues personally. And in Grounded 1, I never had any issues with any of the updates. I got lucky. But I tend to build in places where I don't think issues are going to happen anyways, but like, I don't expect them to make a major change to the lamppost. Kind of. A lot of those things stay set in stone once they're in the game, so unlikely, not impossible. All Confuzzled, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. But yeah, I don't expect any major issues with builds unless you're building like near early access boundaries. Because with the addition of new content, I assume things are going to change in those areas slightly. But for me, that's just an endless content loop if things break, you know? Just means I get to build something else instead. That's what I do, so I'm never too worried about it. Really want them to incorporate a way to bring blueprints from creative mode to survival. We are going to get base moving. Or moving bases, whatever floats your boat. I have no clue what that consists of, though. I don't know if that's from creative to survival, if that's just moving them around the yard, or the park. Not a yard anymore. So, really hard to tell, but not totally sure. Nope. So, hard to tell. It'd be cool, though. I know a lot of people like building in creative for the ideas, but I think that's also one of the major reasons that we have the blueprint system, is that is sort of your testing. Like, you don't have to actually build everything. You can build the majority of things as blueprints. So they kind of have that already in some ways. It just doesn't, like, necessarily cover the exact thing you're looking for, per se.
Didn't even need instructions.
These are definitely going to get placed on top. Definitely. Edge of on the pine tree, yeah, but like on the pine tree is a little different. It's mostly like when you're down by the ground level, I would say, is the only thing. Billy Bob Two Toes had to goon a little to grounded content. Welcome in. I would say that's what we're doing right now. We're making stuff and things. We're just breaking the game. Anything I can do to break the game and grounded is a good time. Yeah, these will look way better up on top for sure. Have you had grass respawning in your base in bases you've toured? Technically, but the majority of them were like the day of the update, so I don't think most people had cut them down yet. But I have not had things regrowing yet. We're not a PG-13 stream by any means. I just try to keep it family friendly as much as I can, is all. As a dad, I try to do the dad thing. Yeah, we don't need these. This is all going off grid. We're breaking it. Just looks so much better. I really need X to destroy, not hold to recycle anymore. I need it really bad. I hate this. If I have any pet peeves currently with Grounded 2, it's that they changed the recycle button to hold. It's the only thing that frustrates me at the moment. I don't have major performance issues. Everything seems to be working the way I want it to typically. But man, hold to recycle is not fun. Game repair, delete blueprints too just sucks when there's blueprints. Yeah, that's typically my issue, is I only want to destroy the specific blueprints. And that forces me to destroy things that I don't want to destroy. It would have worked in that sense though, so I guess that just wasn't me. That was me not thinking. There's definitely little things you can do. But in terms of like, that's the biggest thing that frustrates me, like, it's small. I just need to not be placing millions of blueprints for fun. We're definitely getting filled up with base tours for Tuesday now. I was a little worried there for a while. Not that it's been that long, but I was like, dang, we only have like one for next Tuesday, and all of a sudden we have like 4 or 5, and Ludorev is going to try to build some more stuff this weekend too. So we're covered. We're going to be doing great next Tuesday. Do I play Grounded 2 and have no stream because of lag, or watch the stream and not play? That is something only you can choose for yourself. That is a path that only you can decide there, Ducky. I'm gonna have to build this off-grid too. I was hoping that those would just kind of go up the hill, but I wasn't expecting them to. Welcome in, Chase. How you doing? Yeah, Ducky, you can watch on your phone. Then you get the best of both worlds. Oh, you don't have one? A tablet. Can't tell me you don't have a tablet. Just a PC? Steal your parents' laptop. I don't know. That's all I got for you. I like how that steps down better, though. So lower. Get out of here. That was all your money? I know the feeling. That's why I need Knife's donations. I spent all my money on a PC to stream. And now we broke. That's not bad. It'll come down. It wants to be like straight again here. Sell the PC, buy an Xbox and a phone, invest the rest. Gonna get it, but then my sis that has a phone and PC and TV got it. Oh, not on your Xbox. There, that'll do it. Well, man, it's a tough life. Decisions. It's what life comes to. Just decisions. You gotta decide what you want more than anything. Oh, like here maybe? Or is it maybe just one of these? Is that all it needs? That might be all it wanted.
You've gone soft these last 2 years. Prove me wrong.
3 consoles and no phone. First time watching your video. Welcome in, Chase. Hope you're doing good then. Hope you're enjoying it. Chaos. This is what we do. We just build random things and break the building in grounded. Stuck. Gotta figure out how to get this stem supported properly. You know, you want to move that maybe. Not quite.
Didn't even need instructions.
Oh, I thought that made it balanced, though. Or supported. So close, but so far. There we go. Slowly coming together. Best thing you have done? Are you saying this is? Or are you asking me what I think the best thing I've done is? Come on. I know you're gonna fit there. I need to get this out. Maybe just do this. Yeah. Let's get the floor built properly and then I'll rebuild that piece. Why do I need a phone? I don't even know how I'd survive without one these days. Come on. You know you want to. Are these? Aha! That did it. Just patience. Yeah, I just didn't feel like using one. I know there is. Continuity-wise, I was just trying to do it with what I was already using. Okay, let's try to match this angle a little bit. Yes, it does. You wouldn't understand, Ducky. It's an OCD thing. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Trust the process. Oh yeah, plenty good. Sounds good, Crimson. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of your night, man. I don't want this. And then... the tree? Which tree? This tree? This tree? This tree? You're new to being live? Awesome. Thanks for catching us while we're live, man. Appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the first live. What is this one slightly off? There, that's better. Okay. That'll work. That'll do it. Need to hide these spots that are broken. Perfect. Yes. Eventually, once you like mess with them enough, they just like they give you the support, but it takes some finagling. It's not beautiful, actually. There it is. That one's... Wait. Huh? Oh, whatever. That'll work. And that's lined up well enough that I don't care. Whatever you say, Ducky. You correct yourself so quickly, I never even have time to react to what you're saying. That probably needs to be higher. And one of these, maybe? Get that like that. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm still trying to decipher what you're trying to say, though, is all. I feel like you're asking me questions and never giving me an answer. Yes, I know where the trees are, but I don't know where you're going with that comment, is all. What? Gotta bounce, my man. Entrance is taking on a nice flow now. Thank you. Have a great great rest of your night there, Grim. Catch you on the next one. Yeah, I wanted to switch it up tonight. I'm a little, have a little bit of builder's block. I think we're figuring this out, but I just keep looking at this entrance and going, gosh, I could take some epic pictures. and make some really cool stream thumbnails and stuff. So I had this lantern idea, and I was like, we're going for it. I want to see what this is going to become. This is how I stay interested in building, as I switch it up a lot. Try not to stick with just one thing for too long. The tree at the start, the pine tree at the start, at the end, and the end of the ice cream car. Do you think I can make a good looking bridge between them? I think anyone could. If you haven't seen the bridge in the Discord that was posted recently, you should check that out. I think it's less about can you, it's about do you have the patience to do it. I think it's possible. Anything's possible with enough time and effort. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it's a commitment is what I'm trying to say. Like a serious commitment to build that big of a bridge. It's not going to be an easy project. I think it'd be sick. If you can pull it off, I think it'd be absolutely insane. But it's not going to be an easy endeavor. That literally just connected to that. Well, come on, move me up. Like, use the picture that we saw in stream or in Discord as the sick-looking bridge that's in there. Yeah. That's probably one of the cooler bridges I've seen in Grounded in general. So, a good one to take inspiration from. Close, but no cigar. Needs to be over more. And then in. Too high now. Too high. It's close. Currently building a bridge to the pagoda. Nice. Bridges are really cool if you can make them work. They can be tough. They can be very tough to build. But man, when they're done right, they are really cool. In the Discord, who posted it today? It was just the last KEIPU, I believe. Pretty sure it's somewhere in there. So I have Discord on my phone. Yeah. Kaipu? I believe it is Kaipu. Dang it. Needs to be over more. The only thing I dislike about the stem palette, or the stem scaffolding, for the off-grid building type stuff, is it is a little jank at times. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, their bridge is insane, but I'm like, the project you're taking on is to that level, is what I'm saying. It's going to be a process if you want to build a bridge as big as you're talking about. I think it could be sick, though. Which game? Is Kaipu a game? angle's a little jank. Yeah, that's way too straight. How did that end up so straight? What? It looked so curved. It wants to be like here and then out. Dang it. As Grim said, back to the drawing board. Do it once, do it again. Should have just done that from the beginning. And then connected them. 24-hour chat. I mean, I'm kind of old. I'm oldish. I'm old adjacent. Not like a boomer, but... I ain't no boomer, but... I'm not the youngest. Guess we could build it from this side now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. That's a better angle. Oh, no, I fell down. I think Twitch is just like... I don't know. It's falling out of favor. It's also exponentially harder to get found on Twitch, so it just feels like it's easier. People watch on YouTube because it's just easier to find smaller channels on YouTube in general. In my experience. Something about Twitch, they just don't want small people being found for some reason. Or they don't want to make it easier to be found. I mean, I tend to watch more streams on YouTube these days than I do on Twitch most of the time, unless the person only streams on Twitch, then... then I watch there. But otherwise, I tend to be on YouTube more often than not now. But, I mean, there's still 15 people. It's pretty good. Nowhere near as many as YouTube for some reason, but can't complain. Yeah, I don't watch old games anymore. Do it like this. Don't like where this is landing. I could live with that. YouTube is better. Why, Jeremy? I want to know why. I have my own opinions on YouTube, but I'm just curious why other people like it better. I haven't heard enough people saying why they prefer it. Outside of like screw Jeff Bezos. I get that side of not liking Twitch anymore because Amazon sucks. Why can't the Handy Knack go first person? Maybe we don't even have it yet. It doesn't do anything. Netflix is better, 100%. I can get down with that. I can't destroy this until one of these things decides to be supported. For YouTube, for the way it's laid out and how easy it is to navigate through and find things to watch. It's also easy to build an algorithm based on what you watch. Yeah. It's just like the algorithm of YouTube makes it so much easier to find interesting things to watch that you would never find if you were watching Twitch. Twitch just has no algorithm. It's just who's got the most viewers. You got viewers, you got Twitch support. But you can't get viewers without... Yeah, I don't know. I'm still amazed at how they haven't come up with the times to help small channels. Not that I really care what they're doing and not doing. At the end of the day, because YouTube's gonna pays better and everything anyways, but they definitely make it so much easier on the algorithm side. Alright, let's try it. See if we can destroy this without it, yeah, doing that. 15-hour long space vid. It was the best video I've ever watched. Yeah, it's like, if you're not doing YouTube, Twitch makes no sense. Like, you can't have one without the other anymore. But YouTube's just better in terms of, like, as a creator. Come on, you know you want to support. What's it gonna take? Someday it'll just let me do it for no reason, but... Went to Twitch and just another streamer that I don't like. It's like, yeah, you get streams and just regular content and videos.
So boring if you die right away.
You should get everything. Come on now. Get where I want you to. Please? Move this. And that. Or not just build in way to have a shared chat for YouTube stream and Twitch stream. I mean, I have that, but you guys don't. Unfortunately, streaming services have not figured out that if they played nicely, they'd get double the viewership. They're too stupid to... I think my capitalist rant for the day. For the people that are so smart and make so much money in the world, like, they're also the dumbest people in the universe. And their greed hinders their ability to make even more money because of their own stupidity. I often find that the most successful people are somehow the stupidest at the same time. Like, they've forgotten how they got successful. It always just kind of blows my mind. Xbox and PlayStation are playing nice-ish. But they're also just doing dumb... They're just such dumb... They do so many dumb things in general. I don't know. I can't understand the stupidity. A lot of the times I feel like not only gaming companies, but streaming, all of it, that like they make more money if they make the viewer happy. And instead of focusing on the money, they should be focusing on making the viewers happy, and that would in turn bring in the money. And they forget about that for some reason. It's really hard. I think it's because you have someone building a system. You building Twitch is like this great platform, or YouTube is this great platform, and then those people pass away or die or go leave the business, whatever it is. Other people buy it, other corporations, and they forget that they had nothing to do with the success, and they should have just stuck with the original system, and they would have been exponentially better off. think YouTube is better too. I only watch see-through here when he exclusively went to Twitch. Then I guess just stuck around here. Yeah, I've always liked Twitch in the sense that I have a handful of streamers that I enjoy watching, and I will never use it for anything other than watching those streamers. Is the funny part. Because there's no way to find... You just have to like randomly click through things and hope you find something interesting. Hope you find a good streamer or someone you like that you connect with. It's a lot harder to do, whereas YouTube's like... all of their content is backing up the algorithm with them, so it's so much easier to find people that are interesting to you. Put your games on PlayStation and Xbox, then you get double the players, so why does Xbox and PlayStation not just do that? Yeah, they have this concept that exclusive games are better. It's another dumb corporate concept to continue my stupid capitalism rant, but it's just they just completely lack the ability to understand that no one gives a crap that PlayStation, like, the whole concept is that instead of playing nice and selling more games, they're so focused on selling consoles that they would rather screw themselves out of selling more games and having companies making more games for both of the systems. And so they must think that there is just way more money in consoles than there is in games. And it's an unfortunate like mindset, I think. Because I think you could make it up. Because I'll specifically like, there's no way I'm ever buying a PlayStation. I've always been an Xbox person. I always had an Xbox. I have a PC now, and I'm never going to buy an Xbox or a PC, I'm never going to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation again. Specifically because they think this exclusive like content crap makes sense. And I'm like, well, I could just own a PC and get the best of both worlds with Steam. So honestly, I don't know why anyone buys any consoles ever. Just get a computer. Just better. Because no one can tell me what to do with my PC. And I have hard drives of all the things that I want. If I want to save a game that someone's trying to ruin, I just put it on a hard drive. Come on, you nerds. Timber, what are you doing in the base, bro? You're supposed to be out here fighting with me. Your dang defensive stances are so annoying. Need stun with this thing. Ouch. I whiffed it. God.
So you do
Computers are better than Xbox, PlayStations are better than Xbox, and PlayStation 4 is better than computer. You can't hate on the old school consoles. I love the old school consoles. It's all the new crap. It's just no better. It's just the same thing with a different box now. Thought they barely even had any margins in console sales anyways. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you have to think that the money's made with the games, not with consoles, because someone's getting a console and they're going to hold on to it for 5, 6, 7 years, however long they can. Like, they're not making new PlayStations enough that, like, people are going to be buying them every day anyways. So I can never understand not, like, trying to push people to buy one console over the other. Like, an exclusive game is not going to make... One game is not going to make me buy a $500 or $600 console. It's just never going to happen. We can sleep. Got a PC and an Xbox for couch and big screen kickbacks. Yeah. Like, I have my PC and I have a Switch. And the Switch is what I use for when I want to sit on the couch and play a game. As if I'm not playing a PC game, I'm playing like just something cozy, chill, Slay the Spire, like I have Subnautica, Animal Crossing, Pokemon, like the random games like that I want to play while I'm doing other things. What's up, brochacho? Welcome in. Why don't you use the Coltana? Because I like being a wizard. I'm a wizard, Larry.
Some first-class barbecue right here.
He's shivering his timbers in the base, right? I bet your Animal Crossing island is insane. Dude, I wish I could show you it. My brother deleted it. I said he could borrow my Switch because he wanted to play some games, and I wasn't thinking and let him play he played Animal Crossing and started his world, and it deleted mine. And then I started making content on like in the moment I was just playing. Like I've always been a builder in every game, and so I was just having a ton of fun building in my ridiculous island. And then I got into content creation and everything, and I was like, no, I wanted an excuse to buy a capture card so bad, and just doing a a island review of my Animal Crossing world would have been so sick. It was freaking insane. Like, so insane. Ridiculous. It was such a cool island. And when he gave it back and I realized it, because he had it for a couple months, I was just like, no. And then I had my wife and I play Stardew Valley, and we had this ridiculous farm, and we stopped playing for a long time, and she wanted a new farm that we weren't at the end game with, and so she started a new save and didn't save the old one, and so now I don't have access to that either. And I was like, those were such free videos, dang it. I've always wanted to like throw in some other building games. Same thing happened, like my computer imploded a couple years ago when I first started streaming, and I lost my Subnautica world, and I didn't have a backup or anything, so I lost the mega build that I had done in Subnautica that I tried recreating and got really frustrated about because I didn't want to rebuild it. I was so sad. But yes, X-Brother. The last game that made people get an Xbox was the first Halo, and the last game that made people get a PlayStation was the Spider-Man games. Yeah. For me, it was Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Halo was the only reason I played Xbox. And then those went away. Then they ruined those games too. Do one of these. You have one now because of Knife giving you 50. I don't get it anywhere near $50, unfortunately. I wish. Bought a $30 capture card for my Switch 2 and it runs so smooth. Yeah, I wish. I just wanted an excuse to buy a capture card and show off another thing that I had spent a ton of time building, so then I could write the capture card off for taxes. If there's a perk about making content for a game, it's hitting the right thresholds and getting to write things off for taxes that I was going to want to get anyways. I'm still spending the money, but I wanted it bad. It was such a good world too. All of them. They were all really good. Really dived into Animal Crossing building too. Such a good game for just relaxing and building. Yeah, it was the perfect cozy, like, these games tend to be much more intense, whereas that it's like sit on the couch and chill, which is why I like having a Switch or any type of handheld gaming system. It's just every once in a while you just want to chill, you know. You don't want a big extravagant thing. You don't want to be sitting all day. I sit at a desk way too long anyways.
Take a breath, big guy.
Might move those in just a hair, but it's probably fine. There's something to be said about doing that too, though. Interesting. Maybe that's what we do. Give me my rock. Hey. What? My rock. My clay. Rude. Yeah, COD, the gold days of COD. I'm so happy that my first COD was Black Ops 2. My first Call of Duty was COD 4. And man, I can't think of a game I had more fun playing. Don't get me wrong, I love Grounded, I love so many other games. Dude, COD 4 with my like high school crew was some of the most ridiculous nights of my life. Am I just out of clay? Is that what's happening here? Yep, we are. There's more in the base, I think. Yeah, I was prestige. I was 10th prestige in COD 4 all the way through Black Ops 2. In every single one of the games. Probably at least 30 days of playtime, if not more. We had a problem. We were obsessed. Same with Halo. Played so much Halo. Where's my clay? Oh, good. We have lots. I say we have lots. We have lots for the moment. It's going to go real quick. My rock. Oh, yeah. Yup. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to look sick when it's done. Now my rocks are over there. Dang it. This is why I need the handy gnat, so I can put all my stuff organized in my chests and leave it all in the base, and then I don't have to come back for it. I want to make a path up here, but this pine cone's really throwing that off. I'm hoping that I'm able to kind of build over it and then not have to worry about it eventually. We will see, though. Yeah, that's gonna work. I'll figure out how this side's gonna go. It's gonna be a little weird. All of them from Black Ops 2, I think. Black Ops 2, 3, 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, World War 2, World at War, and Vanguard. I'm going to get Ghost, I think. And on Black Ops 5, I have Black Ops 6. Woof. And I have the new Modern Warfare. Yeah, after Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 were some of my favorites. It's so much fun playing those games. COD 4 was just the OG favorite one. That's just what, like, got me and my friends all heavy into COD. I think the majority of us were ranked in, like, the top 1,000 people in the world at one point, too. Like, way too much. I had one friend that was, like, top 100 in COD 4. He played so much. He was so freaking good, though. Do one of these. There we go. That fills it in decently. It's not beautiful. You could definitely make it cleaner as I can figure this out, but this side looks a little better. It's not perfect, though. Might have to clean that up at some point, but I'm not too worried about it. Do I have to fight Director Schmechter to get out of under the castle? No. You can go inside of it, and then before you get, like, there's the like lab that you enter to get to Director Schmechter. On top of that, there's like a little twig that you can parkour up, and it leads you out to like the moat. So you shouldn't have any issues escaping. Okay, how are we gonna do this part? Little lower. The hardest part about these stem scaffolds is they don't very accurately show how this stuff's supposed to work. Alright, that'll work. Gosh darn it.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
Didn't want to get stuck down there. I'm out of my friend's world, and I don't want to do anything story-based without her. Yeah, you're good. You are safe. Took me a second. It's been a minute since I played Grounded 1, so... I spent so much time building in Grounded 1, it's hard for me to remember all the different story pieces and where to find things. And Come on. Ain't nothing wrong with a good cheese there. Impasta. No, go back. Why? Come on. So close, but so far. Ross would be proud. Oh no. Oh, Advanced War. Lo siento. I have not played Advanced War. Once they started adding in all the ridiculous, like, jumping and stuff, I was like, all right, this is not the COD I grew up with and loved. Not the same anymore. Could no longer support it. I think it got to the point where it was too Fortnite insanity. It's no longer what I fell in love with. Is that what it is? A lizard? It's so small on my screen, it's really hard to tell what it is. This one's a little prettier, but it's not bad. Might just be too many step downs, honestly. Question is, how the heck are we going to... How do we want to get all... I'm like, am I building this all the way down here? That sounds stupid. Am I really putting myself through that much torture? I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, it's... Wait, what? So it's not a freaky lizard, it's a freaky duck? Is that what I'm understanding? No, I'm out of rocks. Please tell me I got more somewhere. One rock. We're back in the game. Yes, I can tell that there. Ducky. I got the gist of it. I have to have some rocks inside, I think. Yeah, I just was making sure the continuity was right. Water, rocks, snake.
That hit the spot.
Can we make the chest names load in faster? I don't remember where I put this stuff every time. Yes, we have a full chest. Saved. Our Lord and Savior. Are you just building like a really simple bridge? It's not like a crazy bridge. Then, I'm assuming. At least not near the level of detail as Kaipu. Kaipu? I do not know how to say their name correctly. I feel bad. That one's out of my comfort zone. How the heck do I get this thing supported? Oh, wait a second. That do it? No. So close, but so far. Oh yeah, you're starting simple and then making it fancy later. That makes sense. I'll allow you to go to 460p, don't worry. Just this once. Well, it's definitely churning out the way I wanted it to. I'm really happy with how this is coming together. This is like exactly what I was going for. We still have to work on all these torches again, or the lampposts now, but... And getting this one thing fixed. Being a stinking turd. Rude. How rude. Not nice. What I'm really gonna have to think about now is how are we designing this? Like, it was an easy design decision right off the bat here, but now it's becoming more like, right now I have to make more decisions. It was easy following the little crevasse that was already made. Like, obviously it's going to come out this way. It's going to churn in between these things, follow these rocks, go down, but then, like, now what? There's too much freedom. I don't know what to do anymore. Might try to, like, hide some planters in here as well so we can get more grass showing, which I like the natural element of, like, the grass kind of coming over these, so I might try to replicate that a little bit more. But how is the question? Let's see here. Like, naturally, what is that link there, Ducky? What are you doing? I mean, it feels like it wants to come out and then maybe go down that way and then, like, down this way. Bloody Ridge Habanero Pasta that. But why did you name it that? It's what I want to know. Have I done anything clip-worthy tonight? Sure. That's what someone that messed around and made that name would say. The grub. Lunch. No, my lunch.
Some first-class barbecue right here.
That's not what it says. I would never say a word like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very family friendly. We say bottom here. That's only when my son's around, though. Outside of that, man, I got a potty mouth. Following the little crevasse that was already made. Thought I said grass. Grass. There's a difference. It'll come out. I mean, obviously, it's got to come out to like here.
Didn't even need instructions.
And probably further. Just a tad. Going out in both directions feels like it's gonna have an Elder Scrolls City vibe to it. Yeah, it's like, it feels like it's the right decision, you know? It's gonna be more work than just one piece going down, but I think it's gonna give an overall better, like, cool effect to it. It'll go like straight down here. We'll probably have to turn it, and then it'll die somewhere around here, maybe. Get all this grass. We don't need this. Ain't nobody want this. I got too much grass. I don't need it. Yeah, we definitely want to cut some of these down then. So many messages. I think it's the way to go. I'm gonna regret this decision once I start building this out, but in the long run, I think it's the way I want to go. Right now, my brain says don't do it. You don't want to do it, Timber. You'll regret it. Can I fill this a little bit doing this? A single? Wait a second. If I figure out how to get that supported, that might work really well. Get out of here. Hardest part about this off-grid build stuff is once you have to hide the things you're building, it's a bit finicky to get the whole system to not try to support itself on the stem scaffold thing. Timber, what are you doing? No, I'm gonna leave him there because otherwise he's just gonna be sitting on top of me and it's gonna drive me insane. So that's probably the smart thing to do. This supported? Maybe? I didn't realize I didn't build that last one. Dang it. I tried. Didn't do much to my survival base. Could you look at it in my new build? Yeah, if you can build a bit more. Finish them out. A little bit. Doesn't have to be like totally done. But looking at the treehouse one, it just feels a little bland. There's a lot of unfinished walls and stuff. So try to make it like a fully not that everything has to be enclosed, but try to finish all the walls, try to finish it and make it like a full base. I just found the smaller bases that I've reviewed have been a lot harder to do. Not that a small base, but if it's going to be a small base, more detail and stuff, more time spent on a smaller base, similar to Easy Jones, like more highly detailed. Not that it has to be anywhere near that level or anything. I'm not necessarily saying it has to be a crazy base or anything, but the more I can review, the better off it's going to be, especially if we're doing like revisits for people. Because a few other people have reached out about potential revisits or doing other stuff from their world, and they've made like massive changes from what we've done on their original tour. So I want to make sure we're giving everyone a chance. Hey Bear, what's up? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. Or day or evening or morning, whatever it is. Those green boxes are giving me Minecraft vibes. Yeah, a little bit. They are.
Make a killing.
I'm kind of torn between like Minecraft and like Dr. Seuss. It's like a mix of both.
First class barbecue right here.
Made the double bed. Oh yeah. I gotta like get into the inside of my base a little bit more. There's so much work I have to do on the inside. I've just been having so much fun messing with the outside design of everything now. Of like, I gotta switch it up. I need to finish off the storage and all that, but it's functioning, so I'm having more fun with the outside at the moment. Put up the game right away to clean up and add more to after I heard about the tour. Nice. I appreciate it. Your base looks insane. Insane at this moment, so I think it's gonna be pretty sick. Cannot figure out how to get this thing to support. What if this might work? Maybe? Aha! Now we just have to figure out how to get these not to support. Interesting. Different problem. Same problem. I've done the same thing, but different. But now I'll remember that better, so it'll work. Totally took your advice about using the concept of the museum lighting to outdoors. Dude, nice. I saw you had messed with just like the columns and stuff. I can't remember if I responded to that, but like putting lights on the inside, which I think is going to look sick too. Like your base is at that like overall size that the more lighting you add, as long as it's not crashing your game constantly, it is going to add so much detail and make some really, really cool things happen.
Didn't even need instructions.
Excited to see where it all ends up. It's definitely an awesome base, man. Work. I tried. Yeah, I definitely saw it. So I've had so many messages recently trying to juggle the base tours and getting everyone set up and getting Xbox names and then remembering everyone's like Discord name compared to their Xbox name compared to their Twitch or YouTube names. And everyone on the Discord, like, chatting and talking and asking questions. My brain's all over the place. Why can't you build in the snow? Now my bridge can't go straight to the pine tree. Oh. I guess I didn't think about that. Pillars seem to give off more light than the lamp by itself for some reason. Guess it's because the light is reflecting off the whole structure. Yeah, I think, at least from my experience, when you backlight things, you get less, like, flare of light, where the best way I can describe it is that when you put a light like this, it has nothing to glow off of or reflective off of, as you're saying. But as soon as you place it on, like, the inside of something, it allows it to reflect off of all of it, and then the game lets the light reflect or shine through the material itself as well. And so you just get a much better, like, diffused lighting effect. So it oftentimes maybe gives off a little less light, but it looks like it gives off a lot more light. So I'm a big fan of lighting things from the inside. Same with like how these things are built. just adds a really nice glow that you can't get any other way.
A fine piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
So excited to make a thumbnail for this. And I think we're going to stick with where the lamps are. I actually like that they're in the wall. I was kind of worried that putting them on the wall, although it would look nice, they would be too tall. And this kind of shortens them up. It makes the scale of them feel a little bit more accurate for what I'm going for. So we don't even have to change that. Yes, Ducky, you've made it much easier. But the majority of people seem to have many different usernames and stuff, so it's hard to follow everything. It's 3 streams and you do all of this. It looks great. We actually, like, this is just tonight. I think I had 1 of these built before stream, or 2 of these, and we did everything. I guess I placed a couple of these. But, yeah, we did all of this tonight. We didn't stream yesterday, so you didn't miss that one, Dylan. I took the night off. Could not stream. And then Tuesday was base reviews. So honestly, you haven't really missed anything. We did all of this last Thursday. We built all of this. Yeah, all of that, all of this last Thursday. So really, you just missed the last 2 hours. Is all. And I've been messing around with stupid stuff, and yeah, outside of this is all tonight. Crazy enough. You're not going to the pine tree anymore? Yeah, I wish this didn't happen, but I think it is what it is. I'm not gonna fret the small details. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. Very cool. So now we need... That needs to go... Oh. There? Just build like a big U shape around it, Ducky. Just make it more complicated. Or go work on your treehouse. I've never been a big fan of building bridges. They're so time consuming. Say we take this boat for a ride. Almost want to go this. But I don't understand how the middle one was supporting anything there, but I guess rounded. And this needs to be on an angle. That can go on an angle too, I believe. Oh, these are gonna suck to place. I think we have to take all this out. We don't even need any of this. Oop. That's just extra pieces that are gonna cause lag. I mean, good luck with it, Ducky. Sounds tough. Good luck. So close, but so far. But you're not doing it, okay. So that's a tough challenge. Hello? Go where I tell you to. I'll give you a piece of chocolate. Oh, there was. No. Ha! Little low. Not bad, though. It's a rock wall, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like, trying to make a perfect rock wall is just a waste of time. It's rock. It's meant to be a little rough. Rough around the edges. Good luck with it, Ducky. You can do it. In a mini one, maybe? Don't really do bridges either, but with the buggies being a thing, I've been just stockpiling grass and making highways. Yeah, honestly, the highways do make sense. In Grounded 2. There is inherent value to that, since like in the first game it was kind of like you had zip lines, so it didn't make a lot of sense to put the extra time and effort into building like highways, and there's a lot of people that did, and I was always like, dude, that's so much materials. I already use enough materials with my builds, and then if I'm going to build a bridge, it's going to have to be like a modern marvel of a bridge. It's not going to be something simple and easy. And that very quickly just made me go, why would you do that? You have zip lines. Just stick with those. It's like you're building a retaining wall. Yeah, essentially. It's just an entry at the end of the day. I don't know. I just was looking at Kaipu. I butcher their name. I have no clue how to say it. On the Discord, building the circles. And I was like, you know, I need a cooler entrance for this base. Like, we put all the effort into making this cool. Like, why do I not have a pathway that goes out and leads into the base? And so I had the vision, and we just went with it. And I was really feeling like building off-grid and just making something ridiculous tonight. And I think we've accomplished that. I'm liking how it's turning out. And then as we get these lamps all built out all the way down, it's going to look even cooler. And then I'm going to do this effect and light the pathway down the center as well. But yeah, having fun with it. Yeah, hopefully you can add detail later. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking I mean, they're kind of goofy, Minecraft-y looking lamps, but I also really like them. They're like goofy and weird, but I'm also like slightly obsessed. And it just makes this area like slightly more functional. Same thinking for my entrance. I have revamped the whole entrance. Nice. Yeah, it's really fun. Like, honestly, the nice thing about the pebbles, this is what I'm really, really missing about not having mushroom brick, is that the off-grid building stuff, it just, like, it's so hard to tell with these textures. Like, you can just barely tell here that this block is higher, but because it's stone, like, it's meant to be kind of rough, so when things aren't perfectly lining up, like it just adds to the effect of being a stone wall you're building. So I really like how the stone looks and the mushrooms. But until we get mushrooms, again, we're kind of stuck.
Didn't even need instruction.
Is what it is for the moment being. Not quite connected right. It'll be interesting. I don't know what it is, Ducky, but it does look really cool. Like a stadium seating or something. I think I'm gonna have to build this off bridge or off grid to be able to get it to make sense. Ah, whatever it is, keep building like that. Keep it going. That'll be fun to show off whatever it is. Go big or go home, man. Let's make it huge. Are these done yet? No. You know you want to. You know you want to. Da 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 da. On this angle too. Piece is being a real stinker. I hack it. Go from the back. Maybe? Still sits out too much. Not quite. Remade the Taj Mahal and grounded one using mushrooms. Used the top of the pond pagoda to create the shape of the Taj. Would love to show that to you, especially being an architect. Did you do a base tour with see-through of that? Okay, I know exactly which one you're talking about, funnily enough. I 100%. The second you said you remade the Taj Mahal on the top of the pagoda, I'm like, either there's someone else who made a ridiculous Taj Mahal, or I've seen this base before, and I've seen the whole video. It's epic. Ah. I'll figure it off stream. Who cares? Yeah, that was really cool base. Very well done. That made me want to redo a huge portion of the top of my base at that point. Okay. No, I saw that and I was like, dang, I could do more. And I love how you took something that, like, I thought looked super, like, I loved the top of the pagoda base. That was a huge reason for wanting to build on the top. And you took the exact same area and made it a completely different build, which is part of what I love seeing about, like, those base tours and stuff. Hide it with a chair and table. No, I'll fix it off a stream. It'll be fine. I just don't want to sit here and break something over and over again until it works. It just takes more patience than I currently have. I'll get it, don't worry. I just don't feel like recreating this angle right now because it's like exactly how I wanted it. Those are the things I typically like to do off stream, just like take an hour or two to fix the things that I couldn't get to work on stream while I'm just sitting there chilling without having to try to read chat or be entertaining in any way, shape, or form. What? How rare is it that someone watching right now didn't find you because of the pagoda base? Well, now probably not that rare. In Grounded 1, everyone that supported and followed the channel was because of the pagoda base until they found the sandcastle base.
We could bottle that up and
that brought in a lot of new viewership as well. And then now it's just this stuff. Now it's just Grounded 2 is where a lot of new people are finding us.
First class barbecue right here.
Can't wait for them to add cement pieces. Those are my favorite walls to make a fenced-in area. Yeah. Right? I want ash cement and mushroom bricks back so bad. It is what I'm missing in life right now. This one's gonna get wicked. It's gonna be really interesting. Spent an hour trying to line up two different grids. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I can only mentally spend so much time on stream doing some of these things because some of it's just like, all right, can we do something else? Like, I was losing my mind the first couple streams of making the lamppost base. Because sometimes it's just like the amount of attention to detail you have to have with the off-grid stuff is a little excessive. You have to want it, you know? I was going to say, Ducky, I thought you were a Grounded 2 person, but I don't know. I don't know. But I finally tuned into a stream. We'll be coming back regularly. Let's go. I'm glad we found another builder to join the crew. Just little by little, we'll just keep adding them in. Get from up here. Gonna get weird. Maybe the pagoda, but that was when I didn't play Grounded. Interesting. That you weren't playing Grounded, or you didn't play it at all? Close. Taller, dang it. Higher. That should probably
A fine
work.
piece of handiwork, Mr. Smalls.
It's a little jank. You probably won't notice. Wonder if I can... It's getting funky. Got a lot of grids going on. Getting a little kooky around here. What if that up? Makes sense to thin this out just a tad. I know what it was. Played like 10 minutes of it, but it looked like a bad game because I had played it right when it came out. Oh, it was amazing when it came out. We're all here because I got obsessed with the game at the 1.0 release. Literally, I started playing Grounded with a couple buddies of mine. We had a party of 4, and one of my buddies just started building, and it was a cool structure. It wasn't anything insane, but I was like, what is this? You can build like this? Hold on a second. This changes everything. And then I started my own single-player world, and they never saw me again in that world. They also had stopped playing, so that was part of it. I do kind of like the lower wall now that I'm looking at this. Is there an actual build limit? Yes. I don't think anyone other than Ludorev has currently hit the build limit, though. And if you want, on the Discord, ask Ludorev to send a picture of his world, and you'll very, very quickly understand why he hit the build limit. He was building... massive. Ludorev essentially was doing what I'm doing here, but he was covering the entire fire pit with clay, with pebblet foundations, like the entire thing, and he had built it really, 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 really high too. Like it's so much stuff he had built. So there is a limit. I don't think many people are going to hit it yet. And I'm assuming it's going to expand bigger and bigger with each update. It's just lower at the moment. Because I have so many builds in Grounded 1 at this point. So many lights and pieces placed that I hadn't hit the limit, but I was hitting the maximum amount of stuff that my computer could handle without the game lagging so bad I couldn't play. That rotating trick you are using never works for me. It's hit or miss. It's very hit or miss. It's one of those things you just kind of have to try. And you're going to have to try it, like, for a week. Do some of this. Do a little of this. Do a little rotate. Move it up and down. Look at it from 5 different angles. It's one of those things, like, it works, and I don't know if any of us have ever truly figured out why it works. It just does. But a lot of the times it takes that, like, just moving to the side. Yeah, you gotta serenade the foundations, exactly. You get it. You get it, you get it, Pasta. Just, one of those things with enough time, you just kind of figure out that it's more persistence than, like, an actual system. It's more of like, I refuse to let this not do what I want it to do. That's kind of how I figured out how to build off-grid, is I said, I am so determined to build the thing that I want to build that I'm going to find a way to do it. And I eventually found a way to do it somehow. Persistence is key. No, what's happening? Yeah, it looks sick, man. I still don't know what it is, Ducky, but it looks cool. So if we can support this, then the rest of that will build, I think. Where there's a will, there's a build. Yes, exactly. Stirs. Makes sense. Wait. Dang it. I've used close to 10k stems, 3,500 pines, 5k clay and stone, and countless lights, and I still haven't hit the build limit. I can only imagine how much mats that guy has used. Yeah, Ludorev. And it's not just like the mats he uses, but it's like the type of things he uses as well tend to be some of the more intensive options. So, like, I think it's not only what you build with, or it's not only how many things you build, but what you're building with. Yeah, he's nuts. In the best way. Nuts in the best way possible. I think the vast majority of players will really struggle to do anything that Ludorev's trying to do. But that's also creative as well, and I find that creative has slightly different limitations than survival, so it's hard to like compare them like one-to-one necessarily. They function the same, but different. No, it needs to be over, though. Oh, there you go. That lower. He also uses countless mannequins. Yeah, the mannequins, the armor stands, like the things he uses make it harder on the system in general. For sure. They have a very big effect on how things work.
Didn't even need instructions.
Which one is that, Ducky? I'm not sure I even know which one you're talking about. I mean, like, for anyone who saw his stuff on Tuesday, that was a couple hours of building for Ludorev. Like, that was just a light day of messing around. And he made some of the coolest bases. Oh, yeah. I don't know why it's curving now, but it is, and I'm here for it. Maybe we just take this and force it that way, or do we want it to kind of curve, step, curve, down? Seems so overkill, but also epic. Takes me a couple hours to build a wall. I mean, we've spent the last 2.5, almost 3 hours now building a floor. I don't know what else you call it. A wall? A pebblet wall is what we've built. So, yeah, I know the feeling. But every time, especially like the way I like to think of this, for anyone that's like feeling overwhelmed by the amount of stuff some people build and that they feel that their bases are smaller or not as good, not as interesting. The way we think of building, like Luderav, myself, is that it's something to continue the playthrough. Now, Luderav plays creative and builds only, and so he's just a special breed of builder that can kind of get away with it because he's building 700 things at one time, and he doesn't get bored because he switches it up so much. But the way I like to do it is I'm building as a way to extend the playthrough for myself. And so instead of the people that bought Grounded 2 busted through the story in less than 20 hours and now are sitting there like, I'm so bored, this needs an update, I hate it, like, build something, have some fun with the other cool mechanics in the game because it'll be worth it. Spend a little bit of time building instead of doing the other things. Complete the game as much as possible as well. But for me, the main thing, like, is it keeps the game interesting. It keeps, like, something to do all the time. A retaining wall, walkway, stairs. Yeah, all of the above, right? That is, yeah, that's what yeah, you got it. Or have free time. Yeah, I wish I had free time. The only time that I'm building currently is 2 days a week right now. My build progress has slowed so much adding in the base reviews and stuff because now we're spending a whole stream. And I wish I could stream more, but I just do not have the time. If I didn't have a child that refused to go to sleep every night, it'd be a different story. Like if my wife could just be like, okay, sounds good, go stream. He fell asleep at 7. Like, that'd be easy, but he doesn't fall asleep at 7. So every night I'm streaming, my wife is on her own with a 2-year-old until he eventually does go to sleep. Which is fun, but also exhausting. Yeah, I need sleep. If he went to bed at 7 every night, I probably would stream every night, but I have to give my wife some relief.
Man, I missed bug steak.
Or else I'll just feel horrible. I didn't sleep for the 24 hours I was chatting. I find that hard to believe. I think you're using a bot or something. I love that this stuff, like, goes off. Comes from, like, off of this and goes over this little space. It's just a nice little detail. It feels so foresty and cool. Little off topic, I've recently discovered clover-filled garden patches can be used as a bridge floor. Interesting. I mean, I guess I've never used them as a buildable piece before, but I always used to, instead of running through, because I had like a big straight like line of each different thing, so like mushrooms, sprigs, white mushrooms, toadstools, clover, all of it. And I always used to jump on top of them, but I've never really thought about using that as a buildable piece. That's really interesting. Now you're like, you're making me think. I don't have any meat. I think I do, actually. I already wanted to build some of this stuff out, so it makes total sense. Boom. Build a couple. Can you put lights on the plants arching? Good question. I'm assuming not. Yeah, they're not like placeable pieces. You could really sneakily build something onto them, potentially, but that'd be a lot of work. I need rotten food to grow them. Wow. You got up every hour, Ducky? Every hour? Find that hard to believe. Clover. Grass. Oops. Go get some clover. You have no life. You need sleep, though. I couldn't wake up every hour on the hour. If I tried to do that, you guys wouldn't see me. I just wouldn't be streaming. I need my sleep. I don't need it. If you actually did that, I don't know how you have that dedication, man. If I tried to wake up every hour, I would sleep through 6 alarms and also plant this? No. Of course you were bored. You're supposed to be sleeping. I need to bring all my chests over here so we can actually build all this. Can you be bored when you're supposed to be sleeping? I don't know. You tell me. No, I'm loving the way this is turning out, though. This is exciting. The way I build, I don't often get to make massive progress until things are like really figured out, so it's fun. It's fun getting to build a decent amount of, like a decent chunk of the base in one night. Especially because everyone, like, we're showing off all these base tours and stuff, and I'm like, but I want to build too. I see everyone's bases, and I'm like, I want to build now. Like, you guys get me all excited and stuff. Gets me ready to go. You don't dream? I don't dream anymore either. Fill her up. Whatever. The dream is a filler episode or not? Why you can't place your stairs? It's the thing you're trying to place into. Use the quarter stairs to fill the gap better. Instead of the big one you're using, use the little ones. But oftentimes, the game does not allow you to place very similar to like what I'm doing. The game, I guess the way I'll describe this is the game does not care if you do this, where you're clipping the build pieces together. It does not typically allow builds inside the like in-game assets. So the lampposts, the frisbees, calculators, phones, candy boxes, anything that's like a pre-built asset typically doesn't allow for you to clip into it, whereas any of the build pieces, they don't really care, and the ground doesn't really care as well. It's just like these however they build the assets in the game for some reason. Great armor. What armor are you using? Oh yeah, as Luke said, it is just a skin. So if you buy the Founders Pack instead of the regular version of the game, that's $29.99, the $39.99 game, you get 4 skins. So they're just skins. They're not actual armor sets. They just look nice. If I'm just wearing the sizzle armor at the moment for my mage build. Hey, you get the soundtrack too. It's not just a skin. Wait, did I? What? Oh, it is grown. Okay. Is it though? Weird. We'll have to see if we can build these into something interesting now that we've got the idea. How do you get the green light box to close? What do you mean close? I guess. There are tiny gaps. You have to use the triangle pieces, I'm assuming is what you're not doing. So you flip the grass triangles instead of using the squares. These things suck. They're the worst. But this, for some reason, the triangle ones are actual squares when you put them together. And they just make like a way nicer pattern too. So it's a double win. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if those weren't an option. Okay. Oh, we haven't built this one yet. What? I actually got the idea for using the grass triangles from See-Through. He's using them totally differently for like big walls just because the pattern looked cooler. But
Mr. Smalls.
I'd seen the lamps and stuff that Ludo was making and the way people were messing with pillars and all that in the last base reviews we did on Tuesday, and was like, these need to be green lanterns that I can use. I've got the plant in a box. It's a green lantern, yes. I don't often use grass in my builds, but they do look nice. Kind of fun, whimsical looking things right now. And I'm assuming we're probably going to be placing them all the way down this. Because why not, right? Which means I'm going to have to adjust everything I've done in some way, shape, or form. So that's fun. But that's okay. They look freaking awesome at night. Once night loads in. Why is photo mode so light? Is there a moon now? Oh, you get emotes too. Even better. I did it because I just wanted to support Obsidian, honestly. I don't really care about the skins or soundtrack or any of it. I really just... I think I spent $29 on the first Grounded game, and I have 3,000 hours of it. I got to go on the Casually Grounded stream with the devs, like community managers, Eric and Chris. I've gotten like my own input in the game. As for those of you who don't know, I'll stand on this hill. I'll die on this hill. They were talking about adding in other pieces in Grounded 1, and I specifically, while they were in my world, they asked me what building pieces needed to be in the game and what was not currently there that mega builders and builders like myself wanted. And I had mentioned the quarter triangle pieces, and that was like, they had heard everyone. They wanted quarter walls, they wanted vertical half walls, they wanted all of that stuff, but they had never had... Eric had literally said on stream, take this with a grain of salt, coming from Eric, not myself, that he had never even thought of this as a piece in the game. And then in the next update where they added all the vertical half walls and quarter walls and stuff that weren't in the game, they added in the quarter triangles. And it was like, they listened. I pleaded to the gods and they gave it to me. And from that moment on, it's been like that one piece, the quarter triangles alone, is like one of the biggest design pieces I've in the game now for me. It just offers so much flexibility, so many interesting things. Reminds you of Crash Bandicoot. Funnily enough, now that you say that, I do see that. If you collected enough water droplets in one area, would it create a pool? I think they despawn after a while. So the only thing you could really do is try to like use the acorn ones to create the effect of a pool, like fill the acorn. Where's it? You'd have to like fill a bunch of these and then hope that you can place them close enough. I think this is all you could really do, is like fake it with this. And that's not going to do a great job of it. You could try it though, but I'm pretty sure they despawn. It would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice to do it. Would be pretty epic. Yeah, after 2 in-game days. Unfortunately. That would be a cool one. What cool design would you recommend for small base build? I'm trying something new. Cool design. I tend to think, like, I'm not sure, depends on who here uses it, but if you don't use Pinterest, use Pinterest. I have like a massive Pinterest board for if I want to build like a castle. I'm looking up images of castles. I'm looking up like different designs, different materials for castles, wizard castles versus like alchemy, and like evil castles, nice castles, old castles, new, modern, like anything and everything I can. And I just keep like a ridiculous list of Pinterest boards. Like same thing for when I was playing Enshrouded. Like I base a lot of my designs off of interesting things I just find on the internet, honestly. So like in Grounded 1, I had loved Game of Thrones and was loving the like city and castle designs specifically like they have in the world. And so a lot of my entire sandcastle is built based on references from Game of Thrones, and then taking them into a game that doesn't necessarily allow you to build things like that. And so if you want a small build, think of what you personally like, whether that's like log cabins or more modern things. Japanese architecture is really easy with the pine stuff. Find inspiration on things like Pinterest, and then you just try to recreate them as best as you can. And it's amazing how much it can help you, like, at least get a base started, having lots of like reference images whenever you can. See some fish? Yeah, if you want to post some fish in the Discord, man, in the Minecraft channel, feel free. use Pinterest to get references for my digital art. Yeah. I just keep huge boards, and that's... I also use a thing called Millinote, if anyone's interested. I tried to get them to sponsor me, but I wasn't a big enough creator. Losers. They do things with, like, NerdForge, so, like, millions and millions of subscribers, so I tried. But it's a really cool... It's like a Pinterest board, but you get to customize it, so you just copy and paste all of your stuff on there. And it allows you to make these really unique boards with notes and comments, and you can draw on it and add all sorts of crazy organization and lists and fun stuff. So Pinterest and Millinote tend to be my go-tos for like getting boards put together for like my ideas. I think the hollowed log on the map could be a cool, relatively small base. Want to see someone build something there. Actually, if you check out, there's 2 people, 1 person from the video I just posted the other day built in the hollowed log where I don't even remember where it is. Somewhere in here? There? Is that it? I think it's there. Action Jackson from the base tour video I've posted, he built a small base. There's not a lot of detail and stuff in it yet, but I think it gives a really good idea. And then Easy Jones, you'd have to rewatch the stream from Tuesday, hasn't built in the log yet, but they built a really cool Japanese architecture, like kind of unique building in the open space. And then they're slowly building like the entrance to like this fortified area from the log. So it's a really cool spot. I really like it. Very like natural feeling. Hello, Martinez. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, that's just it's a perfect little cozy log. It honestly is. Thank you, Brochacho. Yeah, definitely check them out, Alfredo. I think you'll really enjoy some of the builds. You'll have to... I haven't made the second video for the stuff we streamed on Tuesday doing the base reviews, but the previous Tuesday, that base is... those base reviews, the first 6 of them, I want to say, are on the video, the newest video on the channel, on my YouTube, and then...
Tastes better.
hoping in the next week I will have the second video out as well. Normally I would work on it and finish it this weekend, but I'm gone all weekend, so it's probably going to be middle of next week, depending on how long it takes me to get it all edited together and adjusted. But they're all live streamed, at least, so you can kind of scroll through the Tuesday night live streams and check it out. How long you been playing Grounded 2? I think I've got, according to Steam, I have 188 hours. But I started playing the first day of release. So we've built a little. I only play when outside of like gathering materials and getting ideas together, I only build on the live streams outside of little tiny stuff. I do the majority of it live. So I'm really only building like 2 days a week right now. So we've built this whole kind of base out to roughly 2 to 3 days a week. And the 188 hours has not been spent building solely, because I often have the game open. What is happening? I often have the game open for editing purposes and making different stuff. So you've never heard of Pinterest, Luke? Wow, get it. It's gonna change your life. Seriously, it's gonna change your life if you want to build cool bases and stuff. It's just like, the way I'd put it is, it's like if you wanted to look up a castle on Google, you're going to get a lot of really crappy castles. If you want to look up a castle on Pinterest, it's going to give you thousands of images of incredible castles. AI castles, super unique castles, hand-drawn castles. You can like look up different styles. It's just like an inspiration board website. So it's just a collection of digital art and stuff, essentially. And images of real castles and all sorts of craziness. And if you want to know what to make for dinner, you can also look up recipes on it. And so like that's where I get all my recipes from. It's a really fun website, especially for like designers and people that need ideas all the time. It's really, really helpful. I'll check those out after stream, Ducky. Sorry, there's too many to look at. But yeah, Pinterest is a game changer. All right, it's 11:30. I know or 11:15. I know I started a little late, but I got an early morning tomorrow and a lot to get done as well. So I'm gonna end up calling it here. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Again, sorry I was a little late. Life's been a little crazy, but we should be back to normal schedule next week. We will, for those who are interested, we will be doing base tours, base reviews on Tuesday night. So make sure to reach out to me and send me your Xbox username if you are interested in base reviews on stream. Here's one for the YouTubers as well, because we're still trying to fill some of the slots up for Tuesday. Oh, there you go. There it is, Travis. They grew. Yeah, they do work. That'd be interesting. I'll have to mess with that. But yeah, if you want a base tour for this Tuesday or the following Tuesday that I will do live on stream and make a video, make sure to send me your Xbox username and share your world with me. Otherwise, I'm streaming Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 7 p.m. to roughly 11, depending on how we're doing. But I appreciate everyone hanging out, and I will catch you on the next one. Can I get the crow card? I've been trying, and I'm never close. It's pain. It only lands on, like, the garbage can and the podium right now. So, like, just sit up on the podium and chill there for a day. And you'll be good. But yes. Appreciate everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I will catch you on Tuesday. Have a great one. Peace.